Arthur the Rat. Once there was a young rat named Arthur who could never make up his mind. Whenever his friends asked him if he would like to go out with them, he would only answer, "I don't know." He wouldn't say yes or no either. He would always shirk making a choice. His Aunt Helen said to him, "Now look here. No one is going to care for you if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a blade of grass." One rainy day, the rats heard a great noise in the loft. The pine rafters were all rotten, so that the barn was rather unsafe. At last, the joists gave way and fell to the ground. The walls shook, and all the rats' hair stood on end with fear and horror. "This won't do," said the captain. "I'll send out scouts to search for a new home." Within 5 hours, the 10 scouts came back and said, "We found a one-stone house where there is room and board for us all. There is a kindly horse named Nelly, a cow, a calf, and a garden with an elm tree." The rats crawled out of the little houses and stood on the floor in a long line. Just then the old one saw Arthur. "Stop," he ordered coarsely. "You are coming, of course?" "I'm not certain, Arthur," said Arthur, undaunted. "The roof may not come down yet." "Well," said the angry old rat, "we can't wait for you to join us. Right about face. March!" Arthur stood and watched them hurry away. "I think I'll go tomorrow," he calmly said to himself. "But then again, I don't know. It's so nice and snug here." That night there was a big crash. In the morning, some men with some boys and girls rode up and looked at the barn. One of them moved a board and saw a young rat, quite dead, half in and half out of his hole. Thus the shirker got his due.
Okay.
Kit. The quick little kitten thinks it bit a pretty big fish. Dress. Many of Jeff's best friends slept in mesh tents in pleasant weather. Trap. The harrowing black cat dashes at any man and lands on the plate carriage. Lot. The honest swan stops and acknowledges the fox dodging the bothered wasp. Strut. Mother loves butter that comes from the southern countryside. Foot. The butcher should put the pudding in the wooden nook to cook. Bath. Can't have the staff asked to transfer to the enchanted castle in France. Cloth. Lauren often offers Ross a Florida orange and horribly strong, frothy Boston coffee. Nest. The early bird preferred the earthy worm. Fleece. These unique machines teach people to speak and reason. Face. The raven waits until the late day for the great wave to break. Palm. Father and Ma set to calm the facade in the Nevada Plaza. Thought. The small walrus caught the hawk in the salty water. Goat. The rose slowly grows in Owen's old grove. Goose. Beautiful music booms and humans move to the groove. Prize. The shy writer types at night to fight the silence in my mind. Choice. The spoiled boy hoists the toy from the soil. Mouth. Mountains of flowers crowd the grounds about the house. Near. Dangerous fear seriously interferes with her ideal career. Square. Beware of scars, fairies, rare mares, and scary prayer bears. Start. The Sahara party marvels at the far star on the safari. North. Laura's warm aura reforms Thor's horse for the important war. Force. The adorable boar snores hoarsely and notoriously hoards imported pork. Cure. The tourist endures rural tours of Europe and procures gourmet bourbon. Happy. The coffee, salami, spaghetti, and macaroni are ready. Letter, sugar covers the tiger's whiskers. Comma. Bertha's and Cinderella's saga is a drama. R. Richard, Wilbur, and Harry are running around the treacherous river. L. Linda and Ali pull belly muscles laughing laboriously. And G. The singing mockingbird is swinging on the ring and dings the owning. The thespians gather and breathe 3 authentic breaths together. H. Harry and Hilary happily harvest heaps of herbs behind the beehive. J. The cute, dutiful blue cuckoo resumes cooing suitable tunes enthusiastically. W. Will and Tree whistle when the wind blows between the whimsical weeping willows. ING. Ms. Fanning is walking and hiking in Wyoming. S. Susie lives in her sister's house on Easy Street with the Siamese cats and Siberian Husky dogs. So when I was studying at the university, I took on a program which is called Work and Travel USA. So I then went to USA. That was actually my very first trip abroad, from a small tiny country to a massive USA. I couldn't speak any English then either. So I spent about 5 months in USA. Then I came back to Lithuania, and I participated in another program which is called Erasmus, popular program in Europe where students go and study for about 6 months in another country. So I studied in Spain, in Granada, for about 6 months as well. And then I moved to UK. So I've been living in the UK for the last 8 years.
So when you first...
So I learned English at school from maybe age of 10 or 11, but that was only kind of grammar. So I learned every single English word by heart. You know, my spelling is normally really perfect, but I couldn't speak. So I always had this kind of anxiety of speaking. But obviously when I went to USA, no one speaks Lithuanian. So that was a very quick learning for me. So probably within the 2 months, I've learned speaking quite okay English in USA.
And that was
I used to collect magazines and dream how I travel when I'm older, and then I ended up in USA, and I looked around and people seemed like from movies, and everything seemed like in the movie. I was really in a shock because, you know, I haven't seen people from different color, because in Lithuania everyone really is white. So for me there was this actual cultural shock because I haven't seen people of color, people of different, you know, backgrounds. And actually when I went to USA it was really interesting because people were extremely friendly, because when they hear that you're from Europe, they are so interested about your background. Nežinau, aš manau, kad pavaikščiosiu aplinkui, pamatysiu miestą kiek įmanoma daugiau. Tikiuosi labai, kad sutiksiu daug draugų, su kuriais susipažinau Santiago, Camino de Santiago. Tikiuosi, kad galėsim visi kartu susėsti ir atsigerti alkoholinių gėrimų ir pašnekėti apie savo visą Camino experience, patirtį ir pasidalinti tam nuostabiam akimirkam su visais.